Hi my loves, I created this very beautiful 3-step beaded hairstyle with Brazilian wool. If you love this hairstyle and want to learn how to create yours, then let's go. So I decided not to use the edge control or the gel method, and I decided to just use my hair cream, my shea butter and my coconut oil on my hair. So that is what I'm applying right now, after which I just combed my hair. I cut my Brazilian wool off camera and I also added the older one that I had. So this is the measurement I used for this Brazilian wool, though it was a little bit longer. So if you want your hair longer, you can use this length. So I used just 59 inches, 59 inches as you can see, guys. So I'm sorry I didn't cut the other ones in your presence because it is 3 steps, so the other 2 steps are shorter than this one you saw that is 59 inches. But the 59 inches I didn't even braid to the end, so I would say I used something around 50 inches when I did my braiding. It wasn't longer than that or even a little less. So I just did that so I will have enough things to play with instead of making it shorter than expected. So now I started with braiding my hair because I want that knotless braid pattern. You know, knotless braid is a more modern way of braiding your hair other than the normal box braid. For those who don't know how to do your knotless braid, you start with your hair, then you start with adding the extension. So after braiding my hair, I added just one extension, just one piece from the Brazilian wool. I added, then the second one too. I also added another one before adding two. In total, I used 10 pieces of Brazilian wool in each hair. 10 pieces of Brazilian wool in each hair. So I started with one, then two. So 10 pieces is what I use to achieve this weight of hair. So if you want to braid yours, if you want it to be bigger, you can go for more, but I love the size because I want it to fit into the beading I'll be using. And this beading I use is also like a big mouth bead. So if you're using a smaller mouth bead, then you'll be needing something less than the size I use, but this my size I think is perfect. So guys, I will leave you to watch this process of the braiding. I will leave you to watch it without interrupting for now. So guys, enjoy it. So I did some of the braiding off camera because I don't want to take so much of your time, just like I did the pattern from the beginning off camera because I wanted to get something better. You know, I'm not using the jet method, so this is to save us time. So this is for the long length. So next I'll be going for the next step. So the long length is done. I'm going for the next step, and which is something I'm starting here from the front. This is the second step now. So guys, remember, whenever you're done braiding, you should knot the hair 2 times to secure it in front. Knot it 2 times. When you're done, you just knot. You can see how I'm measuring it. I'm measuring to ensure that they are equal or at least almost equal. So measure it and then you can knot. I know usually knot mine 2 or 3 times. So I did 3 rows for the second step. I did 3 rows. So now I want to start with the front one, the last step, this last step. So that's the reason I decided to cut in the middle so I can get the middle part before I start braiding. So I cut it and I will just tie it so I will be able to secure that one side and it doesn't interrupt in what I'm going to be doing on the other side. So guys, if you're yet to click on that subscribe button, please smash that subscribe button to be a part of this amazing community. Like, share this video to your friends, your family, and I want to hear your thoughts about this hairstyle in the comments. What's your thoughts about this hairstyle? Let's discuss in the comment section. Thank you guys, and yeah, let's go on. So guys, remember this last step is shorter than the second step. So remember this last step is shorter. So ensure when you're braiding the last step, I did it just 2 rows. I did it just 2 rows for the last step. So this last step, just measure it, ensure that the 2 in the front are equal. So you will use that pattern to braid the rest. You know, I braided the one side of this hair off camera because I don't want to take so much of our time. So when I was done, I decided to cut this. I know some hairstylists don't like cutting theirs before they add bead to it, but this cutting method works very well for me, and I decided to dip my hair into hot water so it will definitely slip well and look somehow like dreadlocks. I like that feel when the hair is actually put inside hot water, so that's what I'm doing here. And after the hot water, I just decided to use my towel to towel dry. Please be careful with the hot water. The reason I did some part of it off camera because I don't want it to touch my body, so be careful. And I decided to leave this to dry afterwards. The reason I decided to do this hot water method first is because I don't want my bead to enter into the hot water. I don't know the kind of bead I will be using as at that time to know if it's something that will tolerate the hot water. So if you want to save your bead, you can do this method. But if you don't mind dipping your bead into the hot water, then you can do the hot water method afterwards. But remember, if you're going to use the hot water method first before adding the bead, you will let it to dry first before you continue. Like I allowed mine to dry. Now I'm fixing in the bead. So what I did, I squeezed that part that I cut. You will notice me squeezing it so it will be tiny. So there's 2 methods. Either you burn it a little bit first and make the mouth pencil mouth for you to be able to pass your bead easily. That one is an easier method. But one thing about that method is that you might not have something at the end of the day to burn for you to like press on it for it to hold that bead from falling out. So reason I didn't use it totally, but you can work with that. If you have more hair like in the tip, you can decide to burn it a little bit for it to have that sharp tip. Pass your bead through it, after which you can now burn it again and press it. You press it up like that so it has that like form, that block form that nothing will pull out. Please don't burn it and it has that pointy tip, otherwise your bead will be coming off. So press it, just watch the way I'm doing it. Once you've put the number of bead you want, you press it. So there's something you didn't see again on the camera. I didn't notice when I recorded it that it didn't show. I have water by my side. I have a bowl by my side where I dip my hand into before I press this hair. There is a bowl by my side. So as soon as I burn it, and I don't burn it for the fire to start catching because I am doing this on myself and I don't want my hair to catch fire. So always remember and be careful. Don't burn it that you see that fire burning in the hair. Just burn a little. Just burn it for it to just burn the Brazilian wool, and then you can put your hand inside cold water and press it. So I'm done with the beading now, and I decided to do my baby hair. You can see I tied the hair to the back, so I'll see everything and do my baby hair as I want. I don't like so much of baby hair. You can see how minimal mine is. So I used my finger to part it after I was done because I don't want to tie it. So this is the final review, guys. What do you think about this hairstyle? Please, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Will you be recreating this hairstyle on yourself? And guys, if you're yet to click that subscribe button, please smash that subscribe button to be a part of this wonderful community. Like, share to your friends, share to your family and your loved ones. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in my next video.